Hey, ain't no way it's one of me, 10 of you.
She don't get to make
I got all my teeth and all my J still.
Show your face. Show your face, please. With sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, it looks like the Grim Reaper himself, Lil Reese, along with Swagg Dinero, who is Lil JoJo's brother, ran across each other's path yesterday down in Houston, Texas. And yes, both of them have lived to speak on it. Now, if you're confused about what's going on and why the two would be calling each other out after crossing paths, it's because these two have a history between each other where the war have been deadly. Aside from just a typical war between the two BDs and GD sectors, with Swagg being GD and Reese being BD, they have a personal gripe with each other, as Lil Reese have allegedly been accused of being the one that may have had involvement in why Lil JoJo is no longer on this earth. Back in 2012, when the drill culture was at its peak, you had guys such as Chief Keef, Lil Reese, and a few others from the BDs that was making noise. That'll be the same year we got songs from Chief Keef such as Love Sosa, I Don't Like featuring Lil Reese, and one of his biggest songs, if not the biggest, 300. Safe to say that Chief Keef was the biggest artist coming out of Chicago when it came to drill music around that time, and the GDs had to watch him blow up the way he did, all while dissing them, even though not a lot of people around the world may have knew who or what he was talking about. This was around the first time the world first started hearing Smoke and Hookah, which was an affiliate of the GDs who lost his life due to gun violence back in 2011 at just 15 years old. The saying would go all over the world, with some not even knowing what it was referenced to, thinking that it meant marijuana, and even had New York rapper Young M.A. saying it in a song. Later, FBG Duck would recall running into her during his DJ Vlad interview and explain that she didn't even understand what she was saying when she said it, so it was no foul play involved. However, this just went to show how much influence Chief Keef had at the time, and the GDs had to sit back and watch. But that's until a rapper repping GDs by the name of Lil JoJo would get on the scene. It seemed like it was hope for the GDs to be heard, as he would start rapping, garnering millions of views on YouTube, and now the GDs will have a voice to combat the influence that the BDs had on the drill scene. One of his biggest songs that was a response to Keef's 300 was JoJo's 300K, which to this day has over 12 million views. He will follow that up with other songs such as Tied Up, which currently sits at over 7 million views, and I Got the Sack freestyle. It was looking like JoJo would be the face of the GD movement as it combated the BDs and made a name for himself while the world watched both sides go back and forth. At the time, we all heard how bodies were dropping in Chicago, but it got even realer when we all got to witness JoJo lose his life the same day of him trolling and coming across Lil Reese himself. It's been a long time of dissing each other back and forth, and finally, JoJo encountered Reese on camera, but here's where things got a little crazy. During the video captured by JoJo, he would be in a vehicle that was driven to his ops neighborhood, where he would then spot Lil Reese. In the infamous video that would go viral after, JoJo could be seen laughing and taunting Lil Reese and others, and at the end, you can hear Reese say out of his own mouth, "I'm gonna kill you, JoJo."
Hey, Reese alone. Yeah. Wrong with you? Hey, I am Brick Squad. Brick Squad, boy. What you talking about, boy? We get up.
Ironically, that same day, September 4th, 2012, at around 6:13 p.m., JoJo would get on Twitter and drop his location for the world. He stated that he was on the 6900 block of South Princeton Avenue. To this day, it's not clear on whether that played a part in him losing his life or not, but only one can imagine that if somebody really wanted to do something to you and you dropped your location and you're actually there, then of course they're gonna come and get you. However, literally an hour and some later after making that post, Lil JoJo was shot on 70th and Princeton Avenue while he was riding on the back of a bike with a friend after a white sedan would pull up alongside of them and begin firing shots out the front driver's side window. After JoJo was hit, he could be seen on surveillance camera attempting to run away, but later collapsed on the sidewalk. He was found by another individual who called the ambulance, but then he was transported to University of Chicago Medicine Coma Children's Hospital, where he was later pronounced deceased. The world always pointed fingers towards Lil Reese, and I have even given him the Grim Reaper title due to everyone watching as JoJo trolled Reese, and Reese saying he's going to kill him, and then just hours later, he was actually killed. Whether Reese did it or not, or had anything to do with it, it always made it seem like he did, given in the context in which everything happened, and him saying that he's going to take his life, and him actually dying hours later. Shortly after being shot and unalived, Chief Keef would make the infamous tweet taunting JoJo after losing his life, while he would say, quote, "It's sad cuz JoJo wanted to be just like us. Hashtag LMAO. This tweet almost got Keef in trouble because it was made before it would even come public to the world that JoJo was in fact gone. So the question became, well, how did you know? So the tweet grew suspicion amongst everyone, including law enforcement, which prompted them to investigate Keef's Twitter, but upon investigation, no evidence was found that would enable them to warrant an arrest for Keef. Keef will also go on to delete the comment and claim that his Twitter was hacked, which was around the same time, if y'all remember on Twitter, where whenever an artist or athlete or anybody say anything that was kind of frowned upon to social media, they would just come out and say that their Twitter was hacked. Alright, now that you know the history between JoJo and Lil Reese, now you can properly understand the back and forth between Lil Reese and JoJo's brother, Swagg Dinero. It seemed like the two were both in Houston, Texas, and may have crossed paths or seen each other while they were out partying. Swagg would take to his IG story to tell the world that he seen Lil Reese and not a thing happened to him. Check this out.
Hey, ain't no way it's one of me, 10 of you.
She don't get the baby.
I got all my teeth and all my J still.
15,
Wah,
20.
wah,
I pay for her. She don't get the
Basically stating that he seen Lil Reese and he's sure Lil Reese seen him, but Lil Reese didn't do anything to him. Lil Reese would respond to Swagg by reposting Swagg's post and saying, quote, "Yo Jay cheesy as hell, gang. I wonder why you didn't come out the front door. We was outside till 8 a.m. Rest in peace JoJo though, you got it." Then in the next slide, Reese would say, quote, "I be coolin', but I'll take it back to 2012. Pretty much hinting the same year that JoJo lost his life, he's saying that he'll get on that. Swagg would respond to that by saying, quote, "In 2012, your whole reputation was still alive." Now I'm assuming he's saying that because for y'all that don't know, Swagg has always stated that despite the world thinking Lil Reese did something to JoJo, those claims are in fact false. He actually stated in the past via Twitter that even the ops know the person who actually took his brother's life is no longer here neither. Basically stating that Lil Reese didn't do nothing and the person that actually did it is already dead. But he just gets the attention for allegedly having involvement in his brother's death, being that the video went viral. Now when it comes to this whole situation here, honestly, I don't see why Reese would be the one that had to do anything to Swagg Dinero. I don't know if maybe he was playing like a manipulation tactic or he tried to use him to say something before Reese said something first, but if Lil Reese is the one suspected of taking his brother's life allegedly, why would Reese have to do anything to him when they see him? Shouldn't it be like the other way around? You know, maybe it's just me, but I seen this and I automatically felt Reese don't have to do anything to prove nothing, right? If anything, it would be Swagg having to do something to Reese instead, right? But I guess Reese fed right into it because he stated that they were actually waiting for him outside, but he never came out. So I don't know. On the flip side of it all though, it seems like these guys are both getting money now and they're older. They shouldn't be concerned with who's doing anything to anybody while they're out. I know once blood is spilled, it's hard to let go of those emotions and feelings when you see someone who either did something or dissed your loved one. But to come on social media speaking on it, to me just says that you want attention for it. If it's going to be anything, then let it be what it's going to be. Keep it in the street. You know, putting it on social media only leaves a digital trail, and now if something happens to either party, they already have suspicion of who may be involved because of the social media antics, right? You see, they said as soon as Chief Keef made that tweet back in the days, the police automatically investigated his Twitter. But luckily, he didn't have anything in it that could have got him arrested. But if he did, he made himself a target by playing social media game. And you know what? Now that we're on that, here's something I always wondered about that whole situation. We all seen the video of Lil JoJo seeing Lil Reese and taunting him and trolling while he was with others in the car. At that point in time, the war between both sides was big. So I always wondered, being that they caught Lil Reese lacking like that, why they didn't do anything to him, right? And I say that because we all know it's not like these guys were soft, either side, right? Both sides, they both had guys where bodies were dropping. It was on both sides. So an opportunity like that to catch someone like Reese out in the open was once in a lifetime. So I just always wondered why, you know, they didn't take advantage of doing whatever. You know, I'm not encouraging violence. It was just always a thought. But anyway, y'all jump in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. How do y'all feel about the whole back and forth with Lil Reese and Swagg? Do y'all think Lil Reese should have did anything? Do you think Swagg should have did something? Y'all let us know in the comments, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. And I'm out.